Many hard days. I mean, World Heart Day, World Diabetes Day, Elderly People's Day, Younger People's Day, Children's Day, Widows Day, Unmarried People's Day, Married People but happy, unmarried and unhappy. So all these days are going to come in the future. But I think most important, whatever the day, the World Heart Day has a great role to play, because as long your heart is functioning okay, you are okay. Because the only organ in the body, before it's almost about 4 decades that I have had my practice in Hubli, and 1 decade later we had a neurosurgeon in Hubli, and for the first time I saw neurosurgery operations. With half brain removed, they used to walk around, still talk around. And I asked the neurosurgeon, I mean, how could these people be moving around with half brain out? He said, well, most of the parts of the brain are useless, only few parts are important, and they can still manage living, but that can't happen with the heart. Heart is one organ that beats 60 to 90 beats per minute, starts right in the womb at the stage of organogenesis in the first 3 months, and beats till you are alive. When you reach around the age of 60, it is probably a few crores. I had that drawn in one of my slides, how many times it beats. Since I'm not good in maths, that's why I took medicine, so I couldn't read that, but I made all the audience to read it. Which means it is one organ that you really need to take care. Heart needs only one thing. Heart is a muscle. All muscles in the body need exercise. I have an article today in all Kannada papers about loss of muscle mass called sarcopenia that happens in the skeletal muscles, muscles of the arms, muscles of the legs. But heart muscle doesn't have sarcopenia, but it cannot work if you don't exercise it. Any muscle needs exercise. You can hang on and live without food, without water, but the heart has to contract. And you breathe as long as the heart breathes. Like in one of those Sholay dialogues, जब तक वो नाचती रहेगी तब तुम जिंदा रहोगे. So as long your heart beats, you are alive. The only way to take care of heart is to exercise. Exercise, exercise, and exercise. And some of you may ask me, is there any shortcut? Can I manage my life without being the typical thin fat Indian? Thin fat Indian means thin on the limbs and fat on the tummy. So postmenopausal pregnant looks and pregnant men looks are very common in India, because we are basically abdomen based, we are not round. So thin fat Indian, thin on the limbs, this is a typical Indian phenotype. The only way to get out of that is exercise, exercise, and exercise. If you join gym, all of you are capable of joining gym. How many of you join gym? Raise your hands. Thank you. This is the young population of India. 32% of Indian young population does not exercise. 64% of the Indian population is young. And you are going to defend us against Pakistan and other invaders. And none of you join the gym, which hardly costs 1,000 to 2,000 rupees a month. How many of you skip? Girls? There you are. Only one girl. Or you are, one tiny girl is raising her hand. Good. I don't want to raise a hand. Or she is putting this or just raising the hand to, fool us. Yeah, she is skipping. So only 2 people are skipping. I mean, this is a shame. How you people, these girls don't feel like you got to have 80 centimeter waist. Men have to have 90 centimeter waist. You can't exceed 95 centimeters. I maintain 95 centimeters. I am 70 plus. Unless you are motivated, you will not become physically fit. You don't need to eat food. You can starve. You can go without water for 72 hours. People have fasted for weeks. You can't live without exercise. Exercise is the only thing that pulls you through. You start wasting muscles as you age. It's called sarcopenia. Although it doesn't happen to heart, if you don't exercise, it naturally becomes weak. If you over-exercise, then there is another entity also, which all your cardiologists know. So over-exercise, anything over is also not good. Okay, over HDL is also not good, although LDL is bad. So anything over is not really good. But all of you are in exercisable age, which in my opinion, everybody should exercise. And simple walking is good. I mean, all of you can just buy a small treadmill, buy a bicycle, costs 2,000 rupees. Go on a bicycle before you go to your college or whatever work. I think that basic motivation should come from the mind, that I should look better. You should love yourself. You look better when you love yourself. Not that you should be like Shah Rukh Khan or a zero size like Kareena Kapoor or have 6 abs abdomen. Inside you should have a feeling that I should look the way I am. It doesn't mean you have to have specific characteristics. You can have individualized characteristics. Food is equally important. Those who eat non-vegetarian are very lucky. They get good amount of protein on lean fat like fish, chicken, eggs. Many vegetarians eat eggs, fortunately. But the best vegetarian, however, is dal. You have to keep on eating dal or whole grains, 1 cup of dal. It's very important. I don't eat non-vegetarian, but or nevertheless, make certain you eat things like almonds, walnuts, dal, dairies. These are all very important to keep your protein. You may not have much of carbohydrate. Brain needs glucose, but everything else other than brain needs proteins. So proteins are extremely important. If you don't have enough amount of protein in your body, you won't be able to climb the 3rd floor. Most of these young people I know, all of you catching the lift, when most of us keep walking up to the 3rd floor in Suchirayu. And most of you young people wait for the lift there to go even to the 1st floor. When I was teaching in medicine, teaching in dental college, in SDM, on the 3rd floor we used to have a medicine department. I used to go to the medical college and used to teach them once a week. All of them would wait there to go down for the lift. For 1 year I made them to walk down because I used to walk down. I said, what a shame. In recent one of my lectures on sarcopenia, I showed a young girl waiting for a lift to go to the 2nd floor. And I showed a woman who was sitting on a wheelchair waiting to go down a lift. And this stupid female did not give her the place to go into the lift. She went into the lift first. So become responsible citizens. Love your country. Then comes your religion. Then comes your caste. Don't read the other way. Don't believe people who teach you wrong. Only loving country saves you. People love it when you say, I love my country. If you just say, no, I love my caste, I love my subcaste, and again there are subcastes in every caste now, 100 subcastes. There is no end there to this in India. So be a good citizen. Take care of your heart on this World Heart Day, and I'm sure all of you should live long, a healthy life. Eat well, eat good amount of protein, less of carbohydrate, exercise and exercise. You may ask me, is there a shortcut, sir? I have no time to exercise. I'm a very busy person. more busy than Prime Minister Modi or Prime Minister in US. Do you have any choice? Can you suggest me something that is not an exercise? Of course there is. Get admitted to the hospital with heart attack, with diabetes and hypertension. Thank you. Take care.